The president left the pandemic response up to the states, but the task force strongly recommended lockdowns.
Bars, restaurants, food courts, gyms, and other indoor and outdoor venues where groups of people congregate should be closed.
Stay in your homes, social distancing of 6 feet.
Because if it looks like you're overreacting, you're probably doing the right thing.
And schools and businesses were shuttered.
Decisions with a massive impact for working parents and for all the children now spending the school day at home.
Advocates for continuing the lockdowns cited mathematical models, especially one from Imperial College London.
In their estimates, they had between 1.5 million and 2.2 million people in the United States succumbing to this virus.
These mathematical models suggested that there were going to be millions of people dead within a short couple of months if the world didn't lock down. And so I figured what I would do is I would spend my time in essentially running studies to check how many people had already had COVID and recovered.
J. Bhattacharya and others studied the population of Santa Clara, California, by taking blood samples and looking for antibodies that would indicate the presence of COVID-19. This would be data from actual people, not just models.
The Santa Clara study was the first of the results to come out. And it would show that about 3% of the population had already had COVID and recovered in Santa Clara County. 40% of them never had any symptoms that they remembered in the months before. The death rate then was something like 0.2%, and that there was a very steep age gradient where really it was older people that had the highest risk of death, so as high as 3, 4, 5, 6% from each infection, whereas children, there were no deaths or almost no deaths.
The study in Santa Clara showed that this virus was far more widespread than people understood, which showed two important conclusions to be made. One was that it's already widespread. You don't lock down after something's widespread, even if a lockdown would work. But that's one of the reasons why lockdowns don't work, is because it's already widespread. Secondly, the infection fatality rate was much lower.
In spite of the new evidence from Santa Clara and from Europe, the task force continued to support lockdowns throughout the U.S.
It is extraordinarily widespread.
The schools stayed closed.